Excellent. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry. What's going on, everybody out there on YouTube and in the world, connecting to you on this Tuesday, right? Tuesday. Some days I lose the day. January 21st. It's about 2:15, almost 2:13 in the afternoon. Shout out to Island Alpaca. They make these hats out of alpacas that they raise on Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts. It's a sustainable farm. They treat the animals with love and respect, and it's an amazing place. And this hat will last you a long time. It's very durable, made very well. If you can get the logo there, Island Alpaca. Oh, the whole green screen light thing is acting up. Now, if you saw today, I don't want to say the word and that doesn't count today. I'm just talking about it. If I say the word I'm going to be taking a sip of this Vermont. See, it's really close, but I have a bottle. Maybe I have to actually go to the original, but I have a bottle of Vermont apple cider vinegar here. And I've been meaning to drink this more often for my gut anyway. And I know it's a little off topic from Bitcoin and what I usually discuss, but I thought we'd throw something fun in there. And as I am a human and you guys love, I'm sure, the social aspect of the channel, then why not do something a little fun and different today? So if I say the word while I'm in thought or I'm going over a chart or something like that, I will have to take a sip of apple cider vinegar. I want to see if this will stop me from saying the word And tell me, guys, let me know what you think. Do you like this background better than my real background? I just figure in case someone walks in the back or something happens, I'm just covered, and it's also not so personal. You can't see my whole life in the background. Like if I decide to be a mess one day, which I'm not, but I'm just saying, if I decide to be a mess, that could happen, right? Yeah. Never seen the ad pop up there. That kind of blows. Kind of ruins everything for me. A little bit. Yeah. A lot, actually. It hasn't happened. Oh, I know why. Am I not on Brave? And that's funny. The link will go back to a Brave link, right? But this should be connecting through Brave anyway. Maybe if I flip this on, it'll do that. That'll be interesting. Any connection I have to the tube. Yeah. Never seen the ad pop up there. All right, whatever. Here we go. Let's get into the news. And there it goes. It's gone. Excellent. That did work. Okay, so let's get into what I'm talking about today and what I'm discussing and what's going on. If you go back to my last live stream, which why not, we can do that together so you guys can see. And I like to do this for a reason, because I have integrity and I want to stay truthful to you guys and to what's going on. So here I said weekend rally is Adam a buy, John Mack, right? So bottom, be nice to just throw a green thing up there and tell you guys that was the buy zone, but I was watching this right here when this was accumulating. I had this trend line and this trend line, and I was thinking, man, that would be the buy area right there. And sure enough, it was for a gain of 19%. See, I'm saying there a lot. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm saying too much. So what I want to do is when I say I want to take a shot of vinegar or something. So I think on my next stream, I will have a bottle of vinegar next to me for your guys' enjoyment. And if I do say I will have to chug the vinegar. I just want to get out of the habit of saying that. Accumulation zone. So anyway, here I say is 439, 440. I don't realize it. I'm thinking that will hold, and that will become a new. I see strong support here in this line. Let me move this up here. Strong support here. We're bouncing here. So we could come back down, and the 441 could be that area to accumulate Adam. Okay, so that's what I said. And what I ended up doing that day was actually purchasing Adam right around here for 1K USD at 467, 666 like that. And then what happened is Adam did come to 440, as I was, presumably hypothesizing. And when that happened, I got in again for another 1K USD. So not huge trades, but these are my trades right now. That's what I'm doing. So now I have doubled up a position inside of Adam. And the reason why I've done that is, number one, we're on the bottom of what is kind of a trend line here. You can see that. There's also some other things going on here. Let's see. See, I'm going, like I'm trying not to say. And if I probably did say it without realizing it, I should probably have to take a shot anyway. You might wonder what this is here. This is what's called the VPVR, and it's telling me where there's a lot of buying and selling. I need to know exactly what blue. I believe this is the buying and the blue is the selling. So we're pretty well matched here at this line. That's how you know we're kind of at a standstill, right? So there's tons of buying and selling at 430 area, and usually there's like front running to that price, and that's why I have this white line, and you see we bounced off here. And this is the 30-minute chart, so it's a pretty aggressive chart. But as I say to you guys, I like to use it for my trading style. Again, you'll find your own trading style when you trade all the time. You'll begin to find an hour, Again, you should always be going back to the hourly, to the daily. You should be using everything. Like, look, if we look at Atom on the daily, it looks like it's kind of coming down a little bit on the MACD, but it's got a nice hook here on the RSI, meaning I think this is ready for a nice run-up, which means in the next week or two, I think we see this over $5 and going. There it is. There it is, guys. I said it. Oh, God, it smells horrible. Like, never mind just... Oh, God. That's worse than I thought. Like, way worse than I thought. Alright. Sorry. I'm gonna have to take like little mice sips, like, oh my God. My goodness, excuse me. Let's use the Lord's name in vain. My goodness. Whew. Alright, let me get back to the analysis. But on the daily, we look primed. Nice hook up here. It's a nice sign. It's like a rounded bottom on the RSI. Here's kind of what we had, a hook in here. There's another hook up. But I like this. I like to trade one asset over and over again. I find Atom is my go-to. Maybe it's at the top of the list, but there's more than that. I watch it all the time. I really know the price action of Atom. So I'm kind of like an Atom dude, right? And it's Cosmos if you want to know. And I know a little bit about the fundamentals. I'll get into that maybe in another non-live stream video where I just talk about the fundamentals of Atom. You can always just go to coinmarketcap.com and look up Atom. Read all you want on the website. But here we are in a rising wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the downside. But we had the falling wedge here with our breakup, which was completed really here if you see. Then we have another breakdown here. And I thought we would hold this level here at 440. And look, we bing, bing, bing. We hit it like 3 times on the daily too, so it looks like strong support. And you can see we have a lot of consolidation between $4 and $4.40. This area here, Atom like it really liked to stay in. It didn't really want to go back into the 3s back down here in this area. Let's look at it on the the most presumable trading time is the 4-hour. Okay. And it's kind of a new trade setup. We're looking in a new place. I think we found our new bottom here at 440. Temporarily bottom. Doesn't mean we can't go lower, but for now, for my trading purposes at the time, I had this green buy zone that I liked a lot. Let's just see what we can see with Atom now. I'm going to kind of erase a lot of my old work and start fresh. Okay. So if we look at Atom, and I'm trying not to talk that much because I'm worried that if I talk too much, then the UM will come out and I'll be done. So this was the triangle I was looking at. There's also kind of a band here. This is even more touches too, so it's a little healthier of a trend line. So you could say that we got into this lane, and we were tight. It was really tight on the 4-hour. I mean, we were either going to break out or break down. Most people are saying that. Then we have our higher trend line here, which I could kind of almost bring down like this. And then we also have another trend line forming. And Remember, the trend is your friend until it's not. So Adam is now trending in an upward pattern. Boom. So I look at it now and I see what's going on, and then I see my levels of support and resistance. Right, I got clear support and resistance there, clear support and resistance right here off of the 200-day moving average. And we have clear support here at that 440 area. So that's why I went and bought in to balance off my like 466 buy. Now we're basically in the green in both positions. Let's see what it says. The percentages of my one is basically break even, but that's going to be held a little longer. I'm trying to get it over $5. If I can get to like 505, but I won't be too greedy. But yeah, so one's up 6.7% and one is basically at break even. So, you know, we're up basically 6% right now on this Adam trade that I presented 2 days ago on my live stream. So I'm just, I'm taking it easy. I'm not trading as much as I used to. I used to have like 3 or 4 positions, all different types. No, I'm not doing that anymore. But so, yeah, now let's look at on the 30-minute. On the 30-minute, it's a clear breakout. Usually this does come down and do a retest. So we could come to 456. I may then do my triple buy in at that area, and complete the trifecta. And then as it goes up. Now, what is our measured move? What are we going for, right? You need a plan, and you need to trade the plan and stick to the plan. So the plan is always a measured move out of a triangle or some type of shape. So we're going for 540, 539. That's our measured move, and you usually get 70% of that. So the entire move would be a nice 18% gain, but you don't want to be too greedy. Unless things are going well and you get into a pump and it just, you want to just keep raising your stop. So you either go for it and you take the 15% down immediately, or you raise your stop and you say you're happy with 8-9%. You may lose that 6% raising your stop during a dip, and then it may keep going too. So it's up to you. I'm going to try to aim right here. This is going to be my target, 524. I think I'm going to ladder out. My first sell will be at $5 because that's psychological. And then my last sell when I get out will be at 524. And this is the plan for this trade. If you'd like to watch it with me, again, I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please get yourself your financial advisor who is legally deemed to help you in these matters. Doesn't mean I can't make you money if you watch these trades. But yay, back test it. Watch some of my live streams, see what I say, see if it comes to fruition, or jump in now. Start learning and see where it takes you. You never know. But I presumably do present profitable trades. At least 70 to 80% of the time. So, hey, it's up to you if you want to take my advice or not. What happens now is Bitcoin is consolidating, okay? And it's consolidating in a massive way. Here on the VPBR, we see this is the line, and it's really hanging out in that line. Boom. Yeah, see, my daughter is holding my arm right now, but you can't see her. Because of the software I have. That's her hand, though. But you are unable to see her. She can bounce in with her hand. No one can see you, honey. Nobody can see you. Kind of makes me feel better. I don't know, a little personal. I don't want her getting older and being like, you had me online. And you never asked. You never even asked, Dad. So Bitcoin on the 4-hour. Just real consolidation here. Almost we're getting into a triangle, and if we have lower volume, that's also a good sign for a possible breakout. Looks like it's consolidated. Oh, you don't get the doll now. Remember? Promise. Yep. Promised. If you were a good girl.
No, I'm gonna try to.
We can't try, we must achieve at all times. So if Bitcoin breaks out, we're just looking at a temporary target here of this measured move back to 877, just up $100 on the 4-hour chart. So it's not too big of a triangle. Let's see if we can make even a bigger triangle. But we have, look at this line. at 8600, 8590 really bounce, wicking bounce, wicks bounce, bounce. So a very strong level of support, but they do say once you keep hitting a door, you may break through it. So if we do break through this door, where are we going? I'm just going to pose you guys both scenarios. Now, see, we really only have really like slight support, and it's not strong here at 84. And then if not, we go right back to 8100. Actually, maybe this area here, 8350, and we go through that, 8190, 8100. So that's what we're looking at. And if it keeps going, we're back to 77. That's basically our lines of support. And we could see 7,700. It's very possible. I just feel right now, like, look at the moving averages. They're all nice in a row. We got our 200, our 100, our 80, our 50, and our 21. The 21 now is curling down. I'd like to see this curl back up. We don't want to see it cross and come back over. When's the last time we saw the 21-day cross? Saw a little cross here, and we had this dip. See, right here. And that dip basically from the cross is 72 all the way back down to 69, $300 dip. So what I'm thinking here is the 21-day moving average does cross, because it's pretty close that it's going to cross like it did here. And when it crosses, I say we go to 8,300 down into this range here, 8350, 8340, maybe a few wicks. It's possible we hit 82, and then I think we rebuild and we stay on this trend line though that I see forming. You see there's a low, a higher low, a higher low, and yet another higher low. So we have this overall trend line, and the sad thing is this trend line could be confirmed even if Bitcoin can go back to 7,700. See, we'd still technically have a higher high. But now we're entering this kind of more of a parabolic line. See how more vertical this line is getting. We could also see a retrace from this point here. If we pull a fib on this, let's see what the retrace would look like. So back to the golden pocket would put us in the 76, 700 range. So it's a very, I'm looking at this now here as not what I want to happen, but this area here between the end of January and the first week of February, we could see 7,700 again. That's if we go down. If we keep breaking up, there's huge more upward momentum here. And if we can go through this line of support and this line of resistance and turn it into support here at 9,800, that will change the game. And then we'll be up in this other region. Not a lot of action here that will stop us. Really 91 and then boom. So we just got to break 9,000 again like we did earlier. If we can do that, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. It also will affect my Atom trade, so which actually just took a 5-cent hit. You see that? We're at 471. So it's interesting to see what will happen with Atom. But I'm telling you right now, I think it's look at the MACD is curving up. We're sitting on the 4-hour. The RSI has room to move, and it's kind of beginning its way. So this is very bullish for Atom, in my opinion. Give one last look at what's going on. Doing really good with not saying what I don't want to say. It's helping a lot. And how nasty that first sip was, it was absolutely disgusting. I'll be honest. You got to cut this stuff if you're really going to drink it like they tell you. You got to cut it. But yeah, we were just at 475 and we had a nice sell-off. People just were like, word, I should take that. I was thinking of taking it too. I'm still up 5.6%. So we'll hold that. And I brought my stop loss up back to break even. So that trade now is in basically out of harm's way. And we'll go from there to see how we do. But yeah, I think we're going to retrace. So if we look at the 30-minute, see, that's what's nice. We're going to come back down and do a nice retrace. This would be the buy right here, guys. This is your buy. Come back down on the retrace and get in at 458, 459. So beautiful. And then, boom, we're gone. Off to the races. To target 1, where that VPVR is hitting at 5. Take your psychological. Take some money off the table at 5 if you don't. Because you know you're going to come back down at least a couple here and then break through if you do. Or you're going to break down, hang out, and then go to 5 again. Either way, I don't see us blasting through 5. And if we do, we do. At least you made profit on a winning trade. Worst comes to worst, you'll get in here at 459. This is what I'm suggesting. Here's the trade. And you take 9.67% off the table right here. 459. Get out at $5. Take a nice 9% in about a day or two. Maybe even tonight. That's very possible. So there you go. That's my trade of the day. That's what I'm talking about. One last thing I want to discuss is XRP. XRP. So here I have a trend line building, nicely forming. I feel like this was the bottom here. You can say it's almost a complex head and shoulders. There's a shoulder, there's a head, there's a shoulder. So it did its thing. What was that line when we broke down into 17 cents really was the bottom? And you could say the temp bottom here in that 18 cents region. I really love to hang out there. It was a great place to accumulate some XRP. You'd already be up 30% had you accumulated some XRP. Now I built this trend line saying the buy zone was in this green line, and we actually came into my buy zone, which I can't believe, which is pretty lucky at 22.5 cents. That would have been a nice place to accumulate some ZERP, as they're calling it these days. These kids, as the kids are calling it these days, the ZERP. Get yourself some ZERP, kids. I guess X is as like an S, right? Because like in China, Xi, President Xi. All right, so here we go. My antics. And say in the comment section below, have I said the word that I'm not supposed to say at any time? That would be horrible. So here's the beginning of the trend line. I'm going to take that dip out of there and just look at it as like a really bad dip. So really good time. Aggressive buy right now. There is a double top to look out for here. I hate that I have to say it, but it's possible. And double tops do play out. So we could see ourselves coming back to 22.9 in this area here. Possible we come back in here into this buy zone. But if we don't and we bounce off the bottom of this trend line, which is also possible, there's looking of a breakout and of a nice breakout, because look at the width of the base of this triangle, which is a bit absurd. That puts us at 25,895, which would be not too bad of a gainer if you were to buy the breakout. Another 9% gain there. And there is, look at the VPVR, we have a lot of action, a lot of buying and selling there. Here at this 23.5 cent range right here. It's actually like, this is actually a place where I would make my first purchase of XRP if I didn't own any yet. This would be a great place to purchase some XRP. Then if it did this amazing dip down, I would have a limit order waiting in here because I don't think it's going to be long. And you could get back into this buy zone in the 22 cents region. Don't see us revisiting this area here. Don't see us revisiting this area here. But anything is possible in crypto. So don't invest more than you're willing to lose. And I know people say that. And I actually don't agree with that. It's what I have to tell you guys. I invest way more than I'm willing to lose. Hey, that's me. Other people would say that, hey, then you're probably going to end up a loser. But we will find out in the end of all this, won't we? And that's why you're watching Crypto Lifer. See what happens to my life in a year or two from now. I'll still be streaming, still doing some live stuff, talking, and you'll be like, wow, he's not doing the same stuff he used to do. His life has changed. So I think we bounce off the trend line. If it is to break out, do a retest, do some stuff, hang out. May take like a week, but maybe by the, maybe even the 26th, 24th to the 26th area here, we will see XRP back at above 25 cents. And you can get a nice 10% gainer out of XRP. That's where I sit with XRP right now. In the short term, I don't make a lot of long-term predictions. All I can say is how I trade as a crypto lifer. This is basically a picture of my life. This is kind of how I look at things and how I trade. Other people could criticize my trading style, and I probably needs work, and I'm still learning. But just this is how I do it. Let's get into the news. A lot of news today. Square Crypto has just made a huge step towards increasing Bitcoin adoption. This is awesome, man. Square Crypto, the cryptocurrency division of Jack Dorsey's publicly traded company Square, is developing the Lightning Development Kit, LDK. Twister CEO Jack Dorsey is hiring crypto engineers who could get paid in Bitcoin. After chatting with Bitcoin wallet developers, the Square crypto team realized that it is too cumbersome for them to integrate Lightning. There is no one-fits-all approach to integrating the Layer 2 protocol into each separate app. Wallets and applications require a different key store and backup mechanisms, security approaches, UX trade-offs, and more. That means the solution is building for more wallets, not fewer. Hence, this prompted the need for creating the LDK that is expected to simplify the process of adding support for Lightning that ideally should be supported by any wallet on multiple devices. Square Crypto will be supported by async Blockstream. Hopes that this initiative will open the door for fast and cheap Bitcoin payments. However, the adoption of the Lightning Network doesn't stand still. As reported by You Today, Electrum, based the first wallet to support for the Lightning Network before Bitfinex, also implemented this novel feature. Andreas Anopoulos, the author of Master Bitcoin, is currently working on his new book called Mastering Lightning. Yeah, I mean, once Bitcoin does get the Lightning Network whole ordeal figured out, everyone is switched on and we can power through, I think you're going to see a Bitcoin that is robust, beautiful, and something that a lot of people didn't realize could be competitive towards many other cryptocurrencies out there. Merchants can now accept XRP via crypto payment processor BitPay. That means Amazon. BitPay worked alongside Ripple developer platform Xspring to complete the XRP integration, which is the third largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization at $10.1 billion, according to Missouri. The payment services conducted over $1 billion in transactions processed in both 2017 and 18. E-commerce domain eGifter and humanitarian organization CARE have already announced their adoption of XRP for commerce and donations following the addition, BitPay said. BitPay continues to expand customers' ability to transact in the currency of their choice and give merchants new exposure to a large base of loyal XRP users, intent on driving real-world adoption. BitPay CMO Bill Ezekiel said in a statement, XRP joins fellow crypto Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum alongside several stablecoins as payment options. BitPay added support for Ethereum last September. That's really cool too. Like once you get into a stablecoin and then you can start buying things with stablecoins, then you'll never have to go back to USD. Like you don't have to worry if they take Bitcoin or not, but they take a stablecoin. USDT Tether has basically been very, very stable for a long time, over 3 to 4 years now. So it's pretty good. This is awesome, man. Shout out to Jack Dorsey too. That last article, these two things are huge news. Square and BitPay making big moves for adoption. That's what we need. We need more people to be able to use cryptocurrency without knowing that they're using it. Super important. New token. Look out, guys. WRX. You know how these go. And lately, they've been pumping a lot. Like 70, 60. I mean, you buy it right as it pumps. I'm going to put like 50, 60 bucks on this one. Why not? You know what I'm saying? On Tuesday, January 21st, Binance announced that the WRX, the native token of Indian crypto exchange, WZIRX, which Binance acquired on the 21st of November, is the next token to be offered for public sale on the launchpad. According to the Binance research, WRX, which is the utility token forming the backbone of the WZIRX ecosystem, is built as a BEP2 asset on the Binance chain. 3 examples of WRX use cases are getting trading fee discounts on WZIRX, WRX trade mining, performing trades to earn WRX, and paying margin fees. The WRX token sale will be following a lottery format. The recording of users' BNB balances starting on January 4th, 2020. User BNB balances will be recorded between on January 4th and on February 3rd, 2020. The average balance during these 30 days will be used to determine the final BNB holding account for each user. So if you don't have it now and you get it now and you get like 500 BNBs, I think they're like $17. So I mean, 100 would be $1,700. So I guess, $50, or maybe even you put $500. You got like 30. But the average balance and then you only end up getting recorded 15 BNB, you see, because you had 0 the other time. Just so you understand. Launchpad hard cap 2 million. Total token supply 1 billion. 10% of this has been allocated to Binance Launchpad. Public token sale price will cost 2 cents. The BNB price will be specified before the lottery draw. Maximum number of winning tickets 10,000. So and people will try to win these tokens and get them, and they get them airdropped. It's very interesting. But I also think it will hit the exchange, just like the one and all the other ones, and it should boom up. So just look out for WRX, something new coming out. Bitcoin's current upward move could go as high as 9,600. The Bitcoin price could soon initiate an upward wave that takes it as high as 9,600. This wave will be a fifth wave in a five-wave Elliott form. The Bitcoin price is broken out above the significant resistance line. It is possible the fourth wave of the five-wave Elliott formation. The fifth wave could go as high as 9,600. I don't do Elliott wave. That's something I've kept away from. But, because I know it's going to be like more inclusive and take more of my time. But I think there's definitely some validity to it. And I've dabbled in it. So, and basically what it is, if I bring you back to these patterns, and I'm not going to do great at it, but it means everything here is a wave pattern. And everything would consist of a wave pattern. So basically, it would be kind of like, this is A, right? This would be B, okay? This would be C, A, B, C, D, you know, E, and I guess it's a five-wave pattern, usually A, B, C, D, E. So, and you follow each wave. And it's supposed to be able to tell you a little bit. It's called Elliott wave theory. I'm sure there's some validity to it because all these have little tricks to the trade. But yes. Adam breaking down all the way back to 460. But it's coming off that trend line. This is your chance, guys. Right here, live. That was the chance right there. I circled it. Get Adam at 461. Boom. Wow. And look at that. It gets bought right up as it bounces off the trend line. Like it was supposed to. Just like it was supposed to, man. Because they had the algorithms sitting right there. A breakout and a bounce. This is what they call a retest. This is actually textbook trading going on right now in front of you. This is a retest of a triangle of a breakout. Amazing to see it right now with you guys. So you guys can learn firsthand. Basically the safest place to make a buy, because then what happens is you put your stop loss right here at like 455, 456. If it breaks back into the triangle, it's not a breakout anymore. So if you get stopped out and you lose literally less than 1%, like you don't have to put a huge stop loss. So you buy right here, you put a very small stop loss right here, you see if you can hit it. If you hit it, you run with it. If not, you get kicked out pretty fast. It is what it is, and it's an easy trade. I can make the trade right now, scot-free. Watch. I'm going to do it right here live. One day I'm going to be able to show the actual live trading, but I'm going to be able to do it live. So here. $1GUSD. Okay? I feel like I could go live if I just cover up the top of everything. I'm just really nervous to show some information that I don't want to be showing. G, you set your take profit. I want $5 at 10%. And I set my stop loss, which is going to be literally below this trend line. Maybe this low bottom here. Maybe right below that, also the moving average. And there might be a wick. So I'm going to say at 455.
Okay, order up.
Okay. Which is a 1%. 1.2%. The most I can lose is like $10, right, on $1,000. So here you go. And now I'm gonna make this trade. I'm gonna buy at the ask at 61.11. Not gonna play games because it's bouncing back up. I'm gonna create that trade and I'm gonna confirm. So just made a live trade right now with you guys. Boom. We just got Adam. A very tight stop loss. Basically, all I can lose is $10, but it's a chance of winning $100 or more. So this is a 10-to-1 risk-reward ratio. This is the trade that you want to be in. These are the type of trades you're being looking for constantly. If you don't find this trade, you leave it alone, basically. And that's my new strategy, is really being super patient, like only fishing for the fish that I see and that I know and that's ready to go. All right. But yo, well, we did a lot. We went over a lot of news. I only said once, and I drank it. I think I probably said it another time without catching myself, but I've tried to really watch it, and it actually has worked. 6 central banks formed digital currency use case working group. 6 central banks have formed a working group with the Bank of International Settlements, BIS, to share findings as each investigates potential cases for a central bank digital currency, CBDCs. The group will be comprised of the central banks of Sweden, Canada, Switzerland, and the UK and Japan, as well as the European Central Bank and the BIS. Announced by all several members Tuesday, each institution will continue assessing the economic function and the technical design choices, including cross-border interoperability of the CBDCs, and will share any findings. The members will also work closely with the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructures, an international standard setter for payments and clearing, and the Financial Stability Board, a recommendations body for the global financial system, which has previously warned about the potential risks associated with stablecoins. The working group will be co-chaired by the newly appointed head of the BIS Innovation Hub, Benoit Cuer, and John Conlife, Bank of England's Deputy Governor, and the CPMI Chair, Senator, Representatives, other bank members will also be included. This is interesting. They're realizing that they have to take a stand. They can't just sit back and watch the crypto revolution and not be a part of it in some way, and actually, what they're going to do is they're coming in and take the guise as they're protecting us, but maybe they just want control. Ethereum dApps recorded 900% increase in active users in 2019. And dApp.com recently published an annual dApp report, which are decentralized apps, if you did not know, for 2019. The team went on to analyze the market performance of dApps on Ethereum, Tron, EOS, and more. The report also compared it to its performance in 2018, claiming that the total volume in terms of native tokens from 9 leading blockchains reached over 10 billion in 2019, a 58.5% increase from 2018. There are only 348,000 old users remaining active in 2019, according for 11% of all active users. The dApp report also expanded on how financial services saw the most impressive user growth in 2019, among the categories marking a 610% increase in users and a 251% rise in transactions. Go help her, honey. Go help her. Wow. The amount of active dApp users for Ethereum and Tron has also started to form a sharp gap with EOS. EOS dApps reported to have generated a volume of $5 billion over the year, accounting for nearly 50% of the total volume, surpassing Ethereum and Tron to the top spot in 2019. Subsequently, the report explained that of the 1.4 million active Ethereum dApp users in 2019, over 10% of them had been active the year before. Interesting, only 2% of the nearly 1 million active Tron dApp users had been using the platform before 2019. Yeah, Tron dApps are exploding too, man. A token air and all that other craziness. If you guys don't know about it, get into it. Maybe I'll do a whole dApp thing one day. I'm not ready for that right now because it's not a huge part of my life, so I'm not going to start toting these.
Mommy asked me to give
it found you.
her an apple, but it's too high.
Okay, I'll be right there. No, you can get your bed, get your stool.
But I don't need my stool.
The two crypto exchanges greatly increased their Bitcoin reserves in 2019. Binance and BetMEX were the two cryptocurrency exchanges that managed to greatly increase their Bitcoin holdings in 2019. New report released. Meanwhile, Polynex, the crypto trading platform, was acquired by an unnamed Asian group back in October, witnessed a severe decline in its total Bitcoin supply. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, that was Bitfinex. I thought Polynex may have even been bought by Tron too. Bitcoin is safe on crypto exchanges, states CZ. Polynex, which was acquired by Circle for a whopping $400 million in February, went from one of the most popular exchanges to almost irrelevant platform that turned into a promotional platform for Tron after its spin-out. Justin Sun, the CEO of Tron himself, confirmed that he himself invested in the exchange after trying to distance himself from the deal. The graph below vividly shows how the number of users online continues to decline in tandem with the exchange's Bitcoin reserves. Bitfinex and Polynex were founded in 2014, but the former managed to take off and become the dominant exchange due to the popularity of crypto derivatives. Neither the CFTC nor more than 20,000 leaked emails prevented the Secles-based giant from hogging more Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, Arthur Hayes, right? Crypto trader may be pushed towards P2P crypto exchanges by new FATF regulations. It's pretty interesting. And it doesn't give us the link back. It's probably because I'm blocking their ads. I bet if I turn the Brave browser on, I'll, like, you know, back off. No, I had it off, actually. Still wasn't working. Interesting. Let's see how we do with this bow here at Adam. Is it going to hold? Ooh, see, it dips back into the triangle. Or I could adjust my triangle to be more sharp. Like I could do this. There's a possibility that this is how they're trading. Because it did hit more lines on this, if you look at it, and it's more of a precise triangle. It's definitely a breakout, though, with a confirmed retest coming back down to the line. I definitely think it's a safe bet. One of the safest trades you can make, because there's not a lot of risk. So there you go. Got to show you an awesome trade today. As Bitcoin broke down, though, oof. So that was also part of the Bitcoin breakdown, which I did not see. So I thought it was a retest, but it wasn't. It was just a Bitcoin breakdown. But that's good. We're getting back into the oversold area, which is great. Back below this 30. So this is a good zone. Hopefully Bitcoin doesn't go back too long. And it did kind of look wick, back to that 84.40. So how low did we get? We got to 84.79, and we're already bouncing back up at a buy. So that happened really fast, out of nowhere. 4.57. So we'll see what happens. We will see. But yeah, we went over the news, went over my trades. If you haven't seen the John McAfee interview, please check it out. It's awesome. He was like a great guest. He was hilarious. He offered some information I had never heard before on any other live stream of him being interviewed. So I think there's definitely some gems that I brought out of him. I thought we had a really good camaraderie there. And let's just take a piece. Yeah, it's one or the other. Yeah, it's like you're talking to me. I go into my house and my mother, it's my father's
moment to tell loudly as much as we can the truth as we see it. And if you can't carry a fucking sign down a street risking you nothing more than ridicule, then fuck you, children. And I will.
Sorry for the swearing. It's not something I want to pronounce on my channel or talk about, but he's an amazing person, been through a lot. He's from an older generation with a lot of knowledge, and he's definitely worth checking out. So check him out. Listen to John McAfee and listen to this interview. Exclusive interview with John McAfee live today. It was just a few days ago that it went on. And yeah, amazing interview. So check it out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. See if anyone's bouncing in, saying anything, sending any donations. You can see all my crypto addresses. You can send me some money if you'd like. And thank you guys again so much. I really appreciate it. And my best buddy here really appreciates it too, don't you? Say bye, everybody. Wave. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourself and do what makes you happy. Follow your passions. Love yourself. Drink water. Take care of yourself. And thank God I didn't say too many times, because once